cannot, put any or massage, I cannot sleep. And my insomnia, I will always have insomnia. And that is something that I dreaded, that I cannot sleep. Because sleeping is a gift. And when you cannot sleep, your body is not, aligned. So anyway, so that's for 17 years. And then there was a time I was crying. And I was asking the Lord, is this normal, having a pain in my body? Is this normal, God, Lord, Father? I think this is not normal. You are having a pain because I know it is not. And that was, it took how many years? And anything that you put in your body that is chemical is not good. So I am aware of that, but I don't have any option because I am in pain. And lo and behold, when you just, and I was just amazed because, our Heavenly Father, our God, is listening. He knows, He hears, and He answers. Do you believe on that? And that's why one day, that my shared to us. I didn't really take, I didn't, in Tagalog, pansin, how do I say that in English? I didn't really, I didn't pay attention to it. Thank you so much for helping me. I didn't really pay attention because I really, I'm not really, easily believing on something, I did. So it took me quite a while. It took 3 days. But the person, our brother, was so persistent, telling, can you just watch the video? I know it's no commitment, but you might, just watch. To cut the long story short, I did. I watched the video that my the brother in the church shared to us. He is so famous. He is our chief training officer. Nathan Domicilio, the one who shared to us the video. Okay, so what shocked me the most is the anti-pain because that is and I never shared that. That's why my husband knows about it. So wow, anti-pain. And when I saw videos about, because during that time, my father-in-law, because my parents-in-law, the parents of my husband, stays with us, lives with us. That time, he is having a problem, on his kidney. And he is, bound for dialysis. So we were really, at that moment, we were really, in terms of health issues, we were really pressed, And of course, and at that time, my awareness on health is really high. Because during that time, we have a very good business partner, so wealthy, filthy rich. He's one of the owners of a big company in the Philippines. He's so rich. But during the pandemic, he passed away. And that was, for me personally, I got to realize, oh my gosh, life is really short. Even though you have so much money in the entire world, if you get sick. So my realization, that's why when I saw the video, oh my gosh, and then when I saw it, it's a blower. What is this? Because I'm used to something that you will pop a pill, drink a medicine. But that time, oh my, this is really unusual. One of a kind because it is blower. You just blow it in your body and all the pain is gone. So I was, really, because I'm really searching, really, really looking into an alternative because I have a concern. And at the same time, since we have 4 kids, our second child, for how many years has been suffering for asthma. His best friend, when he was 8 years old, close friend, passed away because of an asthma attack. And since then, me and my beloved were so really conscious that wherever he goes, he will always bring his nebulizer. Then there was a time in Cebu City, because we live in Cebu for 8 years, we how do you say that? Naubusan. Run out. Thank you so much. Ran out of the medicine, the salbutamol. So he had an attack. So that? That's why ever since he had an attack, we would always buy 3, 4, 5, medicine so that we will not run out. And since then, our awareness that health is really wealth is so high. So when this was shared to us, introduced to us, I told myself, okay, this is our son, when he was 8 years old, he was so chubby, he was so big, because he cannot do sports, he cannot exercise. Like the weather here in Canada, it's so cold. He cannot really bear this, because if he did, he would have an attack. So that's why he grew big. So that's why, and that's why I am really so grateful, so happy, because somebody shared to us. If he didn't take, we will not be here in front of you. So fast forward, because, we said, money we can just buy, but health is wealth. So I told my husband, let's get it. And that time, there is no product in the Philippines. So we have to import it. We have to buy it. So we bought 3. And you know what? Because, we're in Davao. So it will take 2 weeks from Malaysia to Manila. And another 1 week to Davao. So I told my husband, let's go to Manila already. Because I can't wait. I'm so excited to use the blower. So when the blower arrived, I told my husband, I told my beloved, I told him, come on, how can you try it to me? Because, and let's not put any, ointment, omega painkiller, Are you familiar with that po? Hello? Is there omega painkiller here in Canada? Okay, but that omega painkiller, is kind of strong. Okay? So to my husband, because there is a protocol, there is a guide. So I told him, can you blow it at my back? Because, and don't put any chemicals, because I really want to see and check if it really works. You know what? It did 15 minutes. For the first time after 17 years, I slept like a baby. When I woke up, it's already 5 in the morning. And since then, never again. Bye-bye to omega painkiller. And hello to iTeracare. And because of that, our testimony, our son, because it is also good with respiratory asthma, we tried this, we blow it here in his lungs, and at his back, and when we started to use the iTeracare, his nebulizer, his inhaler, he never again used it. Wow. So it's just in the cabinet. Why? Because starting he used the iTeracare for more than 2 years now. Our son, look at him right now. He is so much in love with all the sports. Basketball, volleyball, football. Oh my gosh. Can we give a hand on that? Amazing. And last but not the least, our experience with my father-in-law. Later on, my beloved will also share, what happened to my father who has a, kidney failure. It wasn't an overnight. It's not just when you blow, the following day he's okay. No, it took around 6 months. Because his kidney is already failing. It took 6 months of consistent, religious, every day. So what we did, since me and my husband were working, we hired a helper to focus on the blowing, that therapy. Because he needs to be therapy morning, afternoon, and evening. And we'd like to acknowledge our visitors. You are welcome. So passionate, because, when you have a wonderful, amazing experience. In the Philippines, we call it marites. Okay? In the Philippines, we call it marites. Because of that, because we had a wonderful experience, we can't help but share. So what we did, we didn't think of anything else. What we think, because we have experienced the amazing, the wonderful benefits of the product. So me and my husband, what we did is just pay it forward. Pay it forward. Pay it forward. Because there are so many people, there are so many lives who are in pain, who are sick, who has a problem. So what we did, pay it forward. Share. Share, because nothing, it's not bad to share.
Yes.
It has really helped hundreds and thousands of lives, because of this amazing, wonderful product that we will share. That's why right now we're so courageous. You know what? I'm not really I'm a shy person. I'm a shy. I'm not really, yeah, really used to be talking in front of so many people, but because I love you. My for you is greater than my fear. And because of that, right now we have been, traveling all over the world. Because of this, it has opened doors for each and every one. And I believe you coming here right now is not by accident. You coming here is for a purpose. So let's just be open right now, because I believe as we are open, you'll never know. It might be your parents. My father is a lawyer. Okay, my father is a lawyer, and my dad had a mild stroke. I didn't know because he didn't tell me, but that was also the time that half of his body was paralyzed. And you know what? God is good. Last Saturday, my dad celebrated his 82nd birthday. His mild stroke, he's doing good right now, and he's still active, on his profession as a lawyer in Davao City. So this product has changed us in terms of health. That's why right now we're so passionate. We're so excited because we believe that you become a health angel to the people, to the family, to your relatives, to your neighbors. Do you get me? So these are the things, let's proceed. So this is my father-in-law. So right now he's driving a manual car. He's the one right now bringing our kids into the school. So can you give a hand on that? All because of our amazing iTera Care. So that is really, so instead of paying 10,000, 20,000 US dollars for his dialysis, no more dialysis. Wow. Yes, and again, and these are the testimonies. I just want you to know that the name of the company is...
Do not get stressed.
Why?
Why?
Because stress is a killer. Because of stress, what happened to her? She got paralyzed. She got stroke. 60 days in ICU in one of the high-end hospital in Cebu City. They spent around 40,000 US dollars. What happened to her? She needs to loan in debt ed because they don't have money because of stress. And the doctor called us, because the one who called us is a very good friend also, Dr. Clinia Pantin Segura. She called us up. She told us, Jasmine Christian, can this iTera Care that you shared to me, because we share this to the doctors. So, doc, can you double check on this technology? Because they said that this is 2.0 of quantum. Can you double check on this? Okay. Then when she heard that Mom Susan, was admitted to the hospital and right now in ICU, called us up again. Jasmine, can that iTera Care help Mom Susan? Because right now, since they don't have already the money to spend always on the hospital, she was discharged. Wow. And only 20, they paid half. And the balance is salary deduction because her son is a nurse. So in other words, she needs to be discharged because they're already spending a lot. And the doctor says that, she needs to be, because Mom Susan is already helpless. She's like vegetable. If she will not be therapied, then forever she will become vegetable. That in Filipino, like, gulay. Helpless, hopeless. So, and then that's why we went to her right away. And we started, to do the therapy. I'm the one videoing it. My husband is doing the therapy. And you know what? Lo and behold, a miracle happened. On the 8th day, Mom Susan, when the doctor says it is helpless, hopeless, she cannot stand, she cannot raise her leg. But after 8 days of therapy, she started to raise her legs and kick in the air. Woo! And And the good news is, on the 53rd day, she started to walk using the walker. After 1 year, we visited her. Okay, because of course, we want to check how is she doing. You know what? We were so surprised. Why? Because when we saw her, she looks like 5 to 10 years younger. Oh my gosh! Do you know? I'm so excited because this is not just about a health product, but this will also make you young. Woo!
Yes.
Exciting!
Exciting.
Next. You know, the product is really indeed amazing. And this is also the blood sugar of this a woman. You know, her blood sugar went down after 10 minutes of therapy. So before and after, you could really see the glow in her face. So it's also good for diabetes. And this one is another testimony in Metro Manila. She's been suffering from an excruciating pain, extreme pain, you know, for 4 years. Actually, the difference between me, because me, I can walk, but her, she cannot walk. Every time she needs to hold the crutches, and look at her, and every time she sits down, you know, her face cannot be drawn. So, but thank God, because of, you know, somebody introduced to her the iTeracare. After 10 days of therapy, look at her right now. And because of that, she's so excited because she can already walk. She started to share. Wow. You know, when you receive something, when you are, you know, receive a good news, you can't help but share it to others. And this one, so, but what happened, you know, right now, it's not about the age. Because to him, he's 27 years old, but he got stroke, aneurysm. And they had to admit, because he is from Visayas, they had to fly him to Manila at St. Luke's. Okay, and he was, you know, in the ICU. Look at him right before December 9, 2022. Then, of course, since this guy, you know, the Good Samaritan, is a Bisaya. Who amongst us here are Bisaya? Raise your right hand. Woo! Astang Bisaya! Woo! Now, what happened? Because the security guard in the hospital is also a Bisaya. So they got to really understand one another. So the security guard said, "Come on, sir, sir. Okay, sir, sulod. Taguara na imuhang. Gibit-bit ni mo diha na device. Okay. So he went right now and he started to blow. And this is Paolo. That was January 22. His first iTeracare therapy. Then after 5 days, lo and behold, Paolo started to, look at him, stand. And after 10 days of using the iTeracare, you know, Paolo, he was discharged from the hospital. Wow. Okay. Discharged already. Road to recovery. Whew! Another, can you give a hand on that? And this one is also another testimony, Parkinson's disease. Okay. This was before. After 25 minutes of blowing with iTeracare Pro. Wow! Look at him right now. Woo! Can we give a hand on that? Wow!
So, bali unang session pa lang po, sir.
Yeah, that was the first session. Okay. Involving bleeding in the left basal ganglion near the brainstem, which is challenging to address surgically. So this is him, you know. Then he had a problem already. His speech was affected. So after 3 days of therapy, okay, so, you know, in his case, 3 days of therapy, the feeding tube could be removed and now able to move his legs and started to walk again. And after 45 days, you know, he could jog and right now talk, communicate in sentences. So this is also one of that's why Indonesia right now is also rocking. It is all because of the product. Next slide, please. So breast tumor. Okay? Breast tumor, we have so many testimonies. So later, I'll explain to you what does it do into our bodies. And of course, this one is Bell's palsy after 8 days of therapy. Okay? So look at her right now. So there is really a huge difference, after the therapy. Next slide. And this one is a breast cancer, stage 4. The problem for cancer patients is this. I was sharing a while ago, that the problem with cancer patients, it is because of the pain. That's why a lot of cancer patients, they will give up. They will already, not fight their life. It is because of the pain. And this one, stage 4 cancer, what happened within 22 days of therapy? 30%. There is still the lump. We're not saying that the lump is gone 100%, but at least 30% of the lump reduced. And 90% of the pain is relieved. Can you give a hand on that? Awesome. The product is really awesome. Next slide, please. So, of course, rheumatism, arthritis. Do you know this, arthritis? Do you know a person who is experiencing arthritis? Rheumatitis? Do you know? Okay, arthritis in the Philippines. Arthritis, Arthritis or rheumatism, we also have after 15 minutes of therapy, she can now close open. Wow. Her fingers. So varicose veins, after 2 minutes of therapy, look at the difference, So it's really amazing, It relaxes the nerves and the tissues of the body. And this one is thyroid nodules. Actually, my mother-in-law is, we can really share because my mother-in-law has a goiter. Okay? So that's why we bought one for our parents. Because of also my mother-in-law has a goiter, thyroid nodules. And you know what? Amazingly, because, my mother-in-law, she used to, because she loves to cook. She really loves to cook. And you know what? When you have a thyroid nodules, goiter, what will affect you is your energy. And if she is not feeling well, she will not cook. And if she will not cook, we are all hungry. And it's okay if one meal. If already 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, oh my gosh, it's not okay already. So that's why we bought device. So mama, nanay, we call her nanay, we told her, Nay, you just use, before you blow, charge the water and then you blow like this. Okay, Nay? So nanay is so obedient to us, okay? So every morning, every afternoon, every evening, she would always blow, 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 blow. And after 4 months, the goiter of nanay, shrunk. There is still the lump, but the difference is, it shrunk. And what happened to nanay? Nanay is right now full of energy. Full of energy. She will not just cook in the breakfast. She would cook merienda in the between of the breakfast and the lunch. So in other words, and she would always do the grocery, always buy food. And you know what? And what is amazing as well, because it's not her goiter, because you see later on, I will explain to you that one of the functions of our eye theracare, the terahertz frequency, is that it will also make you younger. It is anti-wrinkles. So what happens to nanay? Because of her, she's always do like that, and this is just the right part. She always do like that for how many months? Then one day we had a reunion. All our relatives from other cities came over to the ball, and they were so shocked, were mesmerized. Why? Because nanay looks so young. And what happened is, the right is clear, but here, a lot of wrinkles. So in other words, ladies and gentlemen, when you get your device, when you blow, you will balance, okay? Okay. But you know what? That evening, we sold 10 devices. Kind of, not really open. There's, not really, negative. But this one, Mike, he was really, because he has a problem in the heart and he has a frozen shoulders. But what happened after the therapy? After 15 minutes, wow. 15 minutes of blowing, he was able to lift his hands 80% higher. Okay, so wow. Next slide, please. So many testimonies here, color and growth. We're not saying when you die, all the white hair will turn to black. No. It's not. It is the regeneration, the regrowth. Okay? So that's why later on, we will also let you know for those, especially the ladies, we're used into hair blower. Do you know that the hair blower emits a negative bad radiation that is linked to brain cancer, to tumor, to migraine, to insomnia because of the radiation? So it's really not healthy. So that is why, there is right now the solution. I had a problem with that. I have a migraine because my hair is long. And after taking a bath, I will always use the air blower. Right? Okay? So that I don't want a wet hair. So, but that's why, oh my gosh, and the falling hair is like millions of hair. Now I realize why. Because the hair blower emits a bad radiation. So girls, don't ever use it again. The hair blower. We already have that eye-therapy hair.
Yes.
Bone cartilage regrowth after 6 weeks. Before bone, on bone now, the cartilage, there is a regrowth. So, so many testimonies after testimonies after testimonies. Skin diseases, psoriasis, vitiligo case. Okay, so last week we were in Kenya, Africa. I think I ate something that, caused my skin to be itchy. I do not know because, we ordered the food in Kenya, Africa is yummy. Okay, so everything eat. So to cut it short, at night, I was just after taking a bath, I was scratching. And I was, as I was scratching, I didn't know that, the readiness already spread throughout my legs. Oh my gosh, I am no longer a wow legs. Because it is already red. And you know what? And my doctor, Christian Edward Baluran, is so strict with me. What happened to your legs, Mahal? By the way, we call each other Mahal. I am the Mahal and he is the Mura. So for Filipinos, okay, so later for our beloved, brothers here don't understand. It's okay that you don't need to understand everything, okay? So anyways, but you know what? I said, use the Pro because we always bring our Pro. We have our Pro there wherever we are. We go to over, countries. We always use the Pro. So to cut it short, so I used the Pro for 5 minutes and I started to, oh my gosh, the itchiness, it's so like, it's so yummy. I love it. Like it's killing all the bacteria. 5 minutes of Pro, after 5 minutes, the reddish, gone. 5 minutes when you use the Pro. So that is my personal experience. In terms of itchiness, skin diseases, psoriasis, it's like a chicken skin already. So perfect for those of problem in skin issue. Next slide, please. So this is it, the kidney problem. This is one of the testimonies that also, me and my husband said that, wow, because the serum creatinine, this is what happened. This is from India. Okay? So his creatinine level went down from 8.2 to 2.8. So there are already a lot of testimonies, but this one is on the dialysis, on process. But in our case, my father-in-law never no dialysis that happened. So with my father only blowing. But right now, last week, my father-in-law celebrated his 77th birthday. So that is really, one of our ways. Next, accumulation of fluid in the abdomen and abdominal organs. She's not pregnant, by the way. Okay? Not. But it is an accumulation of, the fluid. So, of course, in the Philippines, there are some areas, some parts that is really poor. No money in the Philippines. Like squatter area. So the good thing, the neighbor, her neighbor who happened to bought one Care, became a good Samaritan. He felt the compassion. So when he saw, because they don't have money, because he's bound for operation, said every morning, 6 a.m., before he goes to work, he would pass by and blow for 30 minutes. Then after 7 weeks, this happened. The fluid in her abdomen started to come out. After 7 weeks of daily, blowing. So after 7 weeks, so what happened? Why is there some bubbles? Because the smell is so foul. Smells so bad. So they need to put detergent or Downy. Okay? But look at her. After 3 months, look at her right now. Wow. She's back to her life. She started, taking good care of her children and started to go to work. So let's give a hand on that. Wow. So that is really powerful, amazing testimony. Also good for the eyes. So it really helps also, especially right now. We're so exposed with radiation. Almost 15 hours we are exposed to cell phone, laptop. Am I right? And sometimes our eyes get so blurry. Our eye therapy, it also relaxes. It restores also the condition of our eyesight. You don't do it directly, but you just blow it like that, circular motion. This one is 95 years old. 2 months before the therapy, this is her. The old lady with severe osteoporosis. So nerves impingement causing great pain, unable to even move an inch. She has to remain in bed that was for 2 months ago. But when the eye therapy started to blow, exposed to her body, look at her right now. Right now, she is being blown twice a day for 2 months. So this is what her condition right now. She can now lift her leg and do, karaoke, bicycle with great ease and joy. So it is indeed marvelous thanks to our wonderful eye care device. After testimonies, this one is a respiratory concern. I shared a while ago of our testimony with our son. And this one also can help on losing weight. Yes! Woo! Why? Because, when you use the eye care, it helps you, removes the toxins and excess fat through and water retention through heat and powerful terahertz frequency. Woo! Amazing! So wonderful! So it's not just for that, sicknesses, the pain. So it can also help in your weight management. Okay? And this is my favorite part. Aside that it is also, it is good for skin beautification. There is a study, okay, I'm about to finish right now. There is also a study, because I just want you to know, because especially right now, the ladies, the women, of course, we want to be young forever. And of course, not just young, but be beautiful.
Yes.
Is that only for the women or also for the guys? Of course, for the guys. Am I right that we want to really, because here, there is a study that every day using the eye care, because what it does, it will activate the dormant stem cells in the body. When the dormant stem cells are activated. Have you heard of the stem cells therapy? Yes. Have you heard? Is that also popular here in Canada? Yes, but you know that when you use the eye therapy every day for 1 year, the study shows that it will make you 5 to 10 years younger. Hello! Woo! So that is also amazing. Good news. Next slide, please. So this divided PRI. When you are in prime, you achieve the prime of your life. Yes. So we just wanna say our disclaimer because our eye therapy blower is positioned as a hot air blower. Okay? It is a certified household electrical appliance, just like your microwave, your refrigerator, okay? But because of the goodness, the benefits, okay, of the product, it has really spread like wildfire all over the world. So that's why, according to Dr. Joe Dispenza, according to the quantum model of reality, we could say that all diseases is a lowering of frequency. Are you familiar? Do you know Dr. Joe Dispenza?
Yes.
Yes, she is very famous right now. Next slide, please. And he said that our body, we are composed of trillions of cells. And every cell in our body is like a mini battery. Okay, so every cell, just like our cell phone, no matter how expensive it is, no matter how latest it is, the latest right now is iPhone 16 Pro Max, okay? No matter how expensive it is, okay? And that is my cell phone right now, our cell phone. We always, because we're using it, and the good, when you buy a cell phone, there is always a charger. Am I right?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Good thing our cell phone has charger, but our body
Needs charger.
also needs charger as well. And you know what, the good thing, because here, our eye care is also, that's why later we'll explain to you, how it does to our body. So that's why, a lot of those who will be using the eye care, this is what it does. Excuse me. Because, the normal cells in our body is 80 to 100 millivolt. But because of unhealthy lifestyle, lack of exercise, lack of sleep, emotional problem, too much stress, eventually it will weaken too much radiation. Eventually, the cells of our body, from 80 to 100, if we don't take good care of our body, it becomes cancer state. So what it does, next slide please, okay, so that's why the reality of life, this is the harsh reality, because as you know, in the olden times, in the Bible, okay, the oldest man who lived in the world is Methuselah. His age is 969 years old. But we were so sad to hear because in Kenya, Africa, we also did a presentation with our beloved, brothers and sisters in Africa. And you know what? I was so shocked because I asked, what is the age span? Here, the lifespan. Okay, because in the Philippines, it is 65 to 70 years old. And you know what? They answered me, it's 45 years old. What? 45 years old is their lifespan. Why? And they told us, because right now, our, brothers in Africa, they are like the guinea pig. They are like when there are, they told us, so that's why the lifespan, is only 45 years old. Oh my gosh, 45 years old. That is very young. Because right now, people get born, they age, and before they die, unlike with the olden times, they die because of old age. But now in our generation, no longer the same. Because right now in our generation, before you die or we die, you will experience sickness, diseases, and illnesses. So that is the harsh reality. So why is that so? Next slide. Because here, the world's leading cause of death is ischemic heart disease, stroke. Can you read this? Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, lower respiratory infections, neonatal conditions, trachea, bronchus, lung cancer, Alzheimer's disease, and other dementias, diarrheal diseases. So source is World Health Organization. So what are the main causes? Blockages. Cells are weak. Cells are sick. That's why he said a rough estimate of 38 CVD. What do you mean by CVD? Cardiovascular disease. Deaths per minute globally. And statistics shows that 90% of CVD happens every Monday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. The key factors of sicknesses. That's why inflammation, the mother of disease, is inflammation. And right now, next slide please, the conventional way, of easing the pain, the disease, is pop the pill. Pop up the pill. That is the conventional way of addressing discomfort and pain in our body. But right now, good news. Because you are loved and you are special. There is a secret healing system that in our body that no one is talking about. But right now, we are going to reveal that secret to all of you. Let's give a hand on that. So yes, and Hippocrates mentioned that the natural healing force within each one of us is the greatest force in getting well. So it means to say the healing force is inside each and every one of us. That's why 25 centuries ago, we don't exist yet, okay? But 25 centuries ago, it was already, prophesied. It was already foreseen. Because during the time of Hippocrates, there is no other way. The Hippocrates is the ancient father of medicine. So please, can you read with me?
If there's a way to heal the bones, then all diseases can be treated.
Again and again. Okay, I think you didn't hear me. I said, let's read this all together. Please. 3, 2, 1, go.
If there's a way to heal the bones, then all diseases can be treated.
So it didn't say some diseases, but it says all diseases can be treated. And during their times, there is no other way. So how can you hit the bones? Cremate?
By the use of Internartional.
25 centuries ago. There is still, no? So he was really talking about a technology. Do you get me? He was talking about the technology. That's why another brilliant mind, Albert Einstein, says, the future medicine will be the medicine of frequency. So he said this, 25th century, the future medicine. So the future medicine that he is telling is our now. In our generation. Woo! Because of this breakthrough technology. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you the world's best handheld sauna device that will strengthen, that will build up, that will equip the self-healing ability of the body. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to present to you our iTeracare. Yes, next slide please. So we have the classic, we have the premium, and we also have the pro. But the good news here, because right now our company has already lots of amazing products, but our flagship is the iTeracare. So, a revolutionary product that will enhance our health. So what is this all about? Give me 2 to 3 minutes. I'm about to end. What is this all about? This is all about the latest breakthrough technology, which has a 3-in-1 core technology, which is the terahertz frequency, the quantum technology, and the optical quartz technology. So this is a combination of American, German, and Japanese technology, 3 in 1. Next slide, please. So terahertz frequency, 2004, the US government named this terahertz technology as one of the top 10 technologies that will change the future world. So this is really a game changer. So they call it, the American scientists calls it the wave of life. Japanese calls this the light of life. Chinese scientists calls it God's wave. Woo! So the terahertz frequency later on, we will have you experience, for those who haven't experienced it yet. Next, so we have clinical test reports. I will not be discussing this to you. But and this is the best part of this. Why? Because our iTeracare device is effective in 5-star against various inflammations, such as rhinitis, bronchitis, gastritis, gynecological inflammation, prostatitis, all the T's. And the most number 1 T's in the world, bullsitis in the Philippines. Okay? That's true. Against various aches and discomforts in the body, just like shoulder, neck pain, like me, okay, the lower back pain, the headache, dysmenorrhea. I have, 4 kids, the 2 are already dalaga, just like Ma'am Mary. Every time, the problem is, every month they would always cry. I would like to upset Mama because I might have a dysmenorrhea. I have my monthly period. And that's every month. Every month, they will always upset because of the pain. Okay, dysmenorrhea. Okay, so that's one of our wins because right now, Mama, I'm in pain. I don't no longer hear. Why? Because they know when their monthly period arrives, they will already do the iTeracare for 1 hour. 1 week, they are always the one using the iTeracare.
Is it before the period?
Before the period. So, but because they are really, the dysmenorrhea is real. So what we do, because they will always use the iTeracare 30 minutes. But they know if their monthly period will come, by 26, they will already, blow for 1 hour. Focus. So that when their monthly period, no dysmenorrhea. No pain. So that is also our win. 4-star against removing various blockages in the body. Meridian blockages, lymphatic blockages, varicose veins, weight loss, diabetic, high blood pressure. And this is my favorite. 3-star against, great for skin beautification. Because it will not just make you healthy and strong, it will also make you more beautiful. Just like I am beautiful. Woo! So that is why this is Professor Yang Minjo, our scientist. Okay, so, and this is the evolution. I just want you to, listen to this so that you will appreciate that you see the first evolution, the first prototype. Okay, 8 years of research and development. So it means to say it took 8 years for research and development. And the first prototype last year, 2014, cost $412,000. Wow! Is it cheap? Only billionaires can buy. Hello? So since it is very expensive, it's like a bazooka. Am I right? So the scientists again created the second generation, which cost how much?
19,800
Is it cheap?
No.
It's almost $20,000. Okay, so that's the second prototype. But thank God, because of technology. Year 2010, exciting, the third generation terahertz device, which is the Pro. The commercial use, which is good for hospital, clinic, and spa. And you can use this for straight 4 hours. And that's what we are using. And we didn't buy this, we just get it from our redemption. And 2021, okay, the fourth generation, which is the red hot chili pepper. Which is the entry level, which is right now so affordable. That's why you don't say that it is expensive. The classic right now is so cheap. Why? Because you know our health is not cheap. Our health is priceless. And 2024, fifth generation, the Premium Plus, which is an auto, you can use this for how many hours? You can use the Premium Plus? Yeah, so it has an auto shut off, it has a, a cold and heat. So this is also bestseller right now in the Philippines. So this is the evolution. That's why we encourage you, since our body is 80% water, all our water before we have this in our house, we bought a big like this so that, all the purified water, okay? And we also have this. It will, the water is charged because when the water is charged, the water molecule structure becomes linear chain. It becomes living water, charged water. So when you drink it, it goes directly to your, permeability of your cells. So that's why there is detoxification, cleansing, and we should not be afraid because we are drinking charged water. Next slide, please. I already shared this. The hair blower, yeah, and also perfect for your pets. Before we came to know, Prife, we invested into business, high-end dogs breeding. We import, English Bulldog costing $10,000 US from Vietnam, from Thailand. So to cut the long story short, because we are so excited with all our business, we were able to accumulate 23 dogs. Okay? So, and our dogs are fragile. So a little of a, cough, or what they call this, they have, they're not feeling well, we will always bring them to the vet. So the vet is so blessed with us. Because when you bring your dogs to the vet, it will cost. But when iTeracare came to our lives, our dogs right now, when they are sick, when they're not feeling well, when they're having cough, our kennel boys will just do the blowing for 15 minutes. So it has saved us a lot. No more vet doctor already because of our iTeracare. That's why it is good for the pets. So this is in UK, in the clinic, they are using it. So 10 years of experience on pain management. So this is one of the videos that they are showing to us that in the clinics, they're using the iTeracare already to do the therapy to their patients. So here, an hour of iTeracare therapy is equivalent to 40 times massage. That's why when you do iTeracare, you feel so good.
Yes.
You feel so relaxed. All the pain is gone. 30 times of gua sha, 20 times of cupping, 10 times of acupuncture. We have here our business partners from the Philippines and Manila, and we're so happy to see you again, Pastor Don and Miss Catherine. Woo! Who are pregnant? Who amongst you are pregnant? Huh? Me, I am pregnant. So do not blow directly to your tummy, because you might be, sharing it and that woman is pregnant, so you have to ask. Okay, do not blow it directly, even for menstruation. Okay, but you can use in the, at the back. It's good, but not directly. Focus directly. Do not blow directly if you have stent in the heart and objects implant. Do not blow it directly. Lens implant inside the eyes. Do not blow it directly because our device has a heat. So you might, and even open wounds and fractured bones, do not blow it directly. So where are we going to blow? You can blow it at the back. Okay? Circular motion. Counterclockwise. Or meridian in the hands. But not blow it directly to this concern. Next slide, please. So that is why, right now, we are really excited because Prife International in 3 years' time has expanded. It is all because our product is really amazing. And our product is really a winning product. That's why for over 83 countries, the presence of Prife, That's why right now, choose what country you'd like to open. Okay, because Prife is here to support us. So these are all the users, this is a mix, Philippines, Thailand, Africa, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam. Wow, so amazing. That's why when you are in Prife, aside that it has a very good benefits, with our health, at the same time, you are able to really achieve the prime of your life. And the person that I will be sharing to you is really this woman, she was one of those, she had already more than